Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. In Gran Turismo 7's version 1.26 update that came out in November 2022, we got Road Atlanta added to the game. This is a track located in the United States, specifically in the state of Georgia. This is a pretty tricky track where there's lots of elevation changes, tricky turns that come at you out of nowhere, in other words, blind turns. And you have the S's that are located in Sector 1. This is a lap guide for the circuit experience, and we'll be doing this with a fully stock Volkswagen Beetle Group 3, and this is under racing hard tires. So let's go ahead and get started with the lap guide. And one thing I want to note is that in this car, you want to shift when the bar on the bottom of the screen is around 90 to 95% full. So bring yourself towards the left side of the track, and you're braking just after the grass on the left ends. You'll be at 50% braking power, turning in when the grass on the left starts, and you want to be really careful with turn 1 as it's really easy to carry too much speed and end up going off of the track. Carefully get back on the throttle, bring yourself towards the left, and brake before the curb on the left starts. So you'll be at full braking power, turning in with a curb on the left ends, and you can take a little bit of advantage of the curves, just don't dip too far into it, and get on the throttle as soon as you can. When the curb on the left is just about to end, that's where you want to start to turn in and lift off of throttle. So you're doing a little bit of throttle control as you go through the S's, and brake when the curb on the right starts, full braking power, turning in when the curb on the right is just about to end, ease off the brake, so doing a little bit of trail braking, but do not go too far into the curb on the right, otherwise you risk getting a track penalty. Bring yourself towards the left, and you're braking before you reach the line that is up ahead. That line is also your turning point. So full braking power and quickly ease off the brakes. And as soon as you reach the exit point from the previous turn, that's where you want to start to brake, as this next turn is a pretty sharp 90-degree turn. Turn in before the curb on the left ends. Go down to first gear for a bit more rotation, but you can exit on second gear, and just be really careful getting under throttle to make sure that you don't get too much wheel spin. And that turn we just went through is one of the more important turns, as it takes you through the back straight, so you want to try to get a really good exit out of that turn. So bring yourself towards the right, brake before you reach the 200 feet board or before you pass the light post on the left. Brake hard for a short while, turn in before the curb on the right ends. So slowly ease off of the brakes, so doing a bit of trail braking, little bit of throttle control as you make your way through the chicane. You go up the hill, and this is a blind turn, so you want to actually turn in before you go under the bridge. So do a little bit of turning in, going at full throttle for the rest of the lap. Turn in a little bit more just as a curb on the left ends, and do be careful about getting a little too aggressive with your turn in so you don't end up going off of the track. So we'll go through this again, but this time I'm not going to stop the clip at all. So we're gonna go through turn 1. Just try to carry as much speed as possible, but making sure that you don't go off of the first turn. Then get ready to brake early so you can navigate through this right turn as you start to go down the S's. Just try to carry as much speed as possible. Little bit of throttle control. Look for the curb on the right, as that's your next braking point, and just try to be careful on the throttle so you don't go too wide out of that turn. Then bring yourself towards the left and look for the 200 feet line, as that's your next braking point. Hit the exit point and brake right away, as you want to try to get a really good exit out of this really sharp 90-degree right turn, and try to get on the throttle as soon as you can, as you're now on the back straight. So just as I mentioned before, that right turn leading into the back straight, really important turn to nail down, as now you're going flat out. Then bring yourself towards the right, look for the 200 feet board, brake before you pass it, Just try to be really careful with your throttle input as you go through the chicane. Turn in before the bridge. As you're going down the hill, it's a bit of a blind turn, and just try to be careful with your turn in for the very last turn. And there we go. So 1:16.8, which is well into the gold tier time range. And that is it for the lap guide. Hopefully this guide helped you out a bit in getting a bit more familiar with this new track, and hopefully getting you into the gold tier time range so you can enjoy those 1 million credits. But that is all from me. If you like this video, you can press the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I do have a membership program thing that you can check out down below if you want to further support this channel. And a quick shout out to you guys and to the channel members for supporting this channel. I thank you guys for your awesome support. But this is Mr. MC8, the world's most okay player, and I'll see you in the next video.